When comedian Michael Richards launched into this racially offensive meltdown, the scandal over the N-word hit home in an unlikely place. Brazoria, Texas, a small town of nearly 3,000 people near Houston. For Mayor Ken Corley, it brought back an old demon.
I've also been asked if I've used the N-word, and to answer that question, I have. You know, I'm not proud of it. I do no longer use that word, and I'm thankful that I've made that change in my life.
Corley decided to erase the word from his town's vocabulary too, making it a crime to use the N-word, disturbing the peace, and a $500 fine.
I think the racial problem is everywhere. It's somewhat swept under the rug, you know. And a lot of people don't want to admit that they have racial issues.
So this hard-charging former car salesman set out to win people over, starting with black ministers in town. Bishop Ricky Jones liked what he heard.
This word has been used to demonize, demoralize, and degrade black people as a whole. I believe that what is taking place here can really be a trendsetter for the rest of the nation.
When the mayor came up with the idea of banning the N-word, he thought it was a slam dunk idea. Couldn't imagine why anyone would be against it. But he quickly discovered he was wrong. Around town, most black and white residents thought it was a horrible idea.
I don't see no reason to do it, though. We'll probably be the one probably get fined the most anyway.
Let's get rid of the F word. Let's get rid of some of the real repulsive curse words that we hear on the streets.
How many words are you going to pick out? Just that one?
Opposition was so intense that a public hearing on the issue couldn't fit in the city council chamber. So instead, 200 people gathered under the lights in the city hall parking lot to let the mayor have it.
This ordinance is not going to combat racism going on under the table.
You have opened up a can of worms, and it's time for it to be stopped.
Mayor Corley knew this was the end of the road.
Now, y'all have spoken overwhelmingly against this ordinance, and I think that this evening you will hear the last of it.
Was that rough to go through?
Yes, sir. Probably the roughest thing I've ever had to deal with in my 62 years, you know.
Ken Corley walked into the darkness a defeated man, but hoping that if nothing else, people here are a little more aware of the power of their words. Ed Lavandera, CNN, Brazoria, Texas.